I know what you guys are thinking. Cosmo, where the hell are you? I'm out in the desert. I'm looking for Tatooine. If I can find it, that'd be great. You know, but since I got no studio, I got all this time to just, walk around and wonder, because why not? Because, it's just damn eviction notice still with that. But hey, happy May 4th. Yeah. Anybody going to Tatooine? Whoa, what the? Okay. I think I found Tatooine. Awesome. Hey guys, I'm on set for a fan film called Path of the Lost. It's pretty cool out in the desert. Looks like Tatooine. Let's go check it out. Hey,
hello.
How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Dude, this is absolutely freaking amazing. I feel like I'm actually on the set of like Star Wars.
I feel like we are. That's what we're trying to achieve. So hopefully that's the goal.
This is awesome. So tell me a little about this. What's your name, and how did you get into like film?
My name is Michael Filippi. I've been filmmaking since I was a kid. I made, I think, my first short film when I was 9 with my dad. He gave me an old VHS camera that didn't work, so I had to plug it into a VCR to record.
I remember those.
So that was like I had to bring the VCR around with me. And then when I graduated high school, I was all geared up to go to school for physics, and I had a degree at Cal Poly, and I was like, that sounds terrible. I don't think I could do a desk job and science and stuff. I would rather be creative. So I just moved to Los Angeles with no money, no plan, no house, no car, nothing. Just bought a plane ticket, showed up here, and within a week of moving to Los Angeles, I was doing background on Glee.
Oh
and so I was on like a real set, and I was doing movie stuff, and I was like, wow, this is real. This is a thing I could do.
This is basically the Hollywood story.
And yeah, no, it really was. It was crazy that it just like happened to me. And so I was on set and I was doing background for a long time, and I thought it was really fun, but I didn't like being in front of camera, but I liked being on set. And then after about 4 years of that, I got into a motorcycle accident, blew out my shoulder, and ended up moving behind the camera, and was like, oh my God, this is 10,000 times better. And I started pursuing that, and that was about 8 years ago. Nice. And I've just been doing small stuff, and at first it was just like me and my friends just to see if I could do the directing thing, the filmmaking thing, and it went really well. And one of the very first things was actually with him. I made a Corona commercial with him.
Corona.
Every time he took a sip of the Corona, he teleported to a beach.
Yeah.
And then he started to walk and he runs into a coffee table because he wasn't actually at the beach. So it was really fun. Yeah, he was one of the first people.
Nice.
I remember we were in Malibu. We actually had to carry that.
Yeah, we had to get the beach shots. We carried a chair down into Malibu and to Point Doom and like went down a cliff face to get down there. It was wild. And he helped me with it. He was a trooper and that kind of like started our filmmaking journey together.
Nice.
And then we both did a ton of other projects in the meantime, and I was doing stuff and gearing up. And a couple years ago, Rory approached me with a script from Zach. He's our writer.
Yeah.
And I've actually known Zach almost as long as I've known Rory, but completely independently. Didn't know they knew each other.
Interesting.
And he came. He's like, I've got this project with this guy, and I was like, that's amazing, and I love him. So that was about 2.5 years ago.
Damn.
And we started getting the ball rolling and scheduling and location and props. It was just such a challenge that it took us a long time to get the ball actually officially rolling.
Yeah.
And then we finally did at the beginning of this year, and we got this location locked, and we got our props and costumes and everyone going, and then it just started happening, and everything started going well. It's been an incredibly rocky and taxing process,
right.
but it's been incredibly fun.
But the end process is going to be.
It's already amazing. Yeah. We've shot.
Dude, from what I've seen.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, even just today.
I was looking on the monitor and I was like, oh my God, the color correction and all that stuff like that looks great with the sound.
I appreciate that, yeah.
I was like, damn.
We're really pulling out all the stops and putting as much effort into this as we can and trying to just make it as good as we can. I really want it to look like a Star Wars movie. I want people to see this and be like, what show is this from? I've never seen this Star Wars show.
Right.
And I think we're doing that because we've done some really, really fun scenes. Yesterday we did some saber duels that were just amazing. The choreography, the performances, the lighting, we did it right out here, and it was stellar. Everything went really, really well.
Who came up with the idea of the story and whatnot?
That would be me. So I got to be on actually some of the Star Wars shows. So I started off as a test commander on Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, nice.
That was absolutely amazing because the little sort of story of me finding Star Wars is because when I was a kid, I was in the hospital for about a month.
Oh, wow.
6 years old, trying to figure out what the hell was happening. And my mom, the first day, she brought Star Wars: New Hope. And that was the first time I've ever seen Star Wars, and I grew up on a farm, so there's all these things I could resonate with, and I was just like, this is freaking awesome. So to have that full circle kind of have me in LA, and then being able to be a tech commander on Tatooine, of all places, was just awesome. And then they kept me on. I was on a Stormtrooper on Kenobi for all the episodes.
Oh, cool.
I became one of the Mandos. And I always told him, I said, look, I don't want my face seen unless I get to be one of Luke Skywalker's students at his Jedi Academy. Before the ransack of Kylo Ren, obviously.
Right.
But what's really funny is, like, I had no idea.
No. It's right when you come in, you're like, all right, I'm Star Academy.
Oh,
Death everywhere.
That's the way I gotta go.
I was a Jedi for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Still counts.
Yeah, but what was crazy is as we're filming Book of Boba Fett, I mean, at the time I didn't know this, that they were also filming Luke and his academy, like the beginning of it. So that was a cool, like, sort of circle there.
That's dope.
And I just, was like wanting to get back on. And after Mando season 3, unfortunately, I didn't get to go back for Ahsoka or anything. I had some other stuff happening. So I had approached a friend of mine, and we were just talking, and I was like, hey man, I wanna just create the thing that I want to do. And so I would talk with Zach, and I was like, all right, so I want to be one of Luke Skywalker's students at his Jedi Academy. And we kind of turn it on its head. Instead of me being like the prize student or whatever, it's more of like, hey, I feel something's up. And everyone's like, how in the world can that happen? Because it's Master Luke, Skywalker.
Yeah.
He's a Skywalker, he's a Jedi Master.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. And the whole thing is like, I'm telling everyone, something feels off. I don't know why, I don't know how, and I decide to leave before everything happens. And so obviously we know what happens, and I'm living with all this guilt. And then also I don't go back home because my mom was like, hey, when Luke came to our planet, he wanted me. And Luke didn't send an emissary, he sent himself, came and said, I want this kid. And I was kind of the hope of also my planet. So now for me to forsake the Jedi and then everything that happened, I can't go back home. And that kind of starts this whole journey.
That's crazy.
And Zach did a wonderful job just really fleshing out the characters, putting in a lot of, different references that aren't necessarily right on the nose, but it gives you those deep cuts. And what's going on.
See, I like those. Not too many people will know like the deep cuts or the little Easter eggs or the little hints.
Exactly.
But like the true fans are like, oh,
yeah. Hopefully, even in, like when a few true fans are together, there'll be like different ones. They're like, oh wait, what is that? Just because
and it gives a lot of
him and Zach are both. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Him and Zach are both big Star Wars fans. I am as well, not as big. They definitely are a little bit ahead of me. But I've made sure along this process that Rory and Zach have been our de facto encyclopedia, our references for Star Wars.
It's always good to have that. Fact check.
every
I
step of
couldn't
the
have
way.
gotten something wrong, but definitely.
Yeah,
there's
we're trying
there's
our
a lot of
best,
attention
yeah.
to detail as much as possible.
So what's the name of this fan film?
Path of the Lost.
Path of the Lost.
Yeah.
Not bad. And so
Yeah.
you guys are how many more days do you have out shooting?
I think we have
Two-ish?
three.
Two or
Three, yeah.
Okay.
Three more
We got
days?
one more weekend and then a pickup day where it'll be like a half day. But just Rory and I are going to go out to the plan right now. We're going to see if we end up going out there, but we're going to go out to the Kelso Dunes. We wanted to get some sand dunes.
Yeah.
That's
Because that's also the area where they filmed the original Tatooine, was out in the Mojave
Yeah.
Desert, so which we're in right now.
Exactly, yeah.
But also I want to go out there and get some of the sand dunes because this is a beautiful part of the Mojave Desert, but as you can see, it's very flat.
It's very flat.
So I wanted to add some dynamicness to our horizon. So we're going to be going out there.
You know, you can go to indoor. It's like about 4 hours north. You know, to the California redwoods.
Right,
So.
Oh man, yeah, the redwoods are next. Don't you worry. But yeah, that sand is about the same distance away. Kelso
Yeah.
Dunes are about 4.5 hours.
That is so amazing, man. I can't wait to check it out. Well, dude, I'm so looking forward to see the whole thing. I have a fan film reaction show with my friend Vera Vanguard. She does fan films as well and some other stuff on Tubi.
Yeah.
And we just sit back and we just put them all, like, give them like some more publicity. It's like, hey, watch this fan film, watch that fan film. And we just kick back and we talk about it. So I would love to watch it with you guys.
I love that.
I would love to watch it with my Cosmonauts at home. And guys, this is absolutely beautiful. I feel like I'm on the set of like something Star Wars.
Thank
like,
you.
This is amazing. You guys are professional. You guys are awesome. I've been on a few sets of things, and I know what guerrilla tactic is. But this feels more like professional because I've been on a few of those sets that are like, you got the key grips, you got the guy with the boom.
Yeah.
And you always know you're on a legit set when the guy with the boom mic has bigger arms than everybody else, okay? He's like, boom! He's like this. Yeah, I saw it with one hand, actually. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Skill guy. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I know you guys got to get back on the set and whatnot and film. I'm looking forward to everything. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for
course.
coming out. Really appreciate you
Yeah.
visiting the set.
Well, that was fun, Cosmonauts. Thank you for coming along with me on this wonderful May the 4th, our third annual May the 4th. That was awesome being on set. It all feels like a dream. But now I'm gonna walk back to Hollywood and go do some editing, so. Shoot first and prosper. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Oh, hey, you guys still here? The episode's over. You can tune in every other Thursday for new episodes of the Cosmo Show. I guess in the meantime, you can check out these boxes, see some more content. How did that get here?